Good morning and assalamu alaikum to the students of classes. This is me, Miss Sobia from Falcon House Grammar School Campus 9. Welcome to e-learning. The chapter which we were doing was mangoes. That has been the last chapter taken from your book. And the revision that we have done is the perfect tenses. Now the students who have not attended the class or they have not watched the video, so I will repeat the topic again for those students who have not attended the class. Past perfect tense consists of subject, had plus verb third form plus object, whereas present perfect tense subject plus has, have plus verb third form plus object. Future perfect tense consists of subject plus will have plus verb third form plus object. Do remember that in the perfect tenses we always use third form of the verb, and for the singular subject we use has, and for the plural subject we use have. For example, children have played in the garden. They have done their work. She has washed the dishes. That is all the singular and the plural subject that I was talking about. Here are the examples of the perfect tenses. Past perfect. Some of the mistakes the students were doing in making the past perfect tense, that they use has and have, and it is wrong, because whatever the subject, it may be either the singular or the plural, you always have to use had with the subject. Present perfect. I have completed my given task. She has reached airport. She will have waited for so long. Assignment. That was previous class assignment. You have to do exercise number 1, page number 141 in your exercise book. That was taken from your textbook. Now today's assignment. You have to give the proper heading of composition, then conversation from the chapter mangoes, and you have to do this work in your exercise book. You have already read the chapter the mangoes, and the chapter is all about the buyer and the seller. The seller was convincing the buyer to buy mangoes from him, but the buyer is not agreeing on buying the mangoes from him. The story is quite amusing and funny and entertaining. In which the mango seller has said some of the amusing sentences and funny sentences, and he have also spoken the Urdu words as well, and he was continuously trying to convince his buyer, but he fails to do that. Now what you have to do in this conversation, you all have to imagine yourself as a seller of a mango man, and you have to write down the conversation between a buyer and a seller. Imagine that you are a mango seller man. How you will convince your customer to buy 1 dozen of mangoes from you? Do not make the conversation so long. It should be one or more than one page. One side of the page and the other side of the page. That's it. It will be of 100 to 120 words. But as you have read that in the book, that it is quite funny and amusing, but you do not have to make it quite amusing and entertaining and funny. Do not use any Urdu sort of words from that. Just make it simple and informative for the reader. It should be a simple conversation between a buyer and a seller. I hope that you have understood. Kindly do this given assignment in your exercise books with the heading of composition and conversation. Thank you to the students of class 6.